What's going on with you guys? Do me a favor, hit the like button. Okay, and then secondly, do me a favor and type down in the comment section right there the whole reason that I started this channel, which is to overturn Terry versus Ohio. OTVO. Put it in the chat for me if you would, please. If you're watching this video next week, next month, if you're watching it in 3 hours from right now, listen, put OTVO in the comment section. Chuck Bronson is now entering into that level where Chuck Bronson's been auditing for a long time. He's been cop watching for a long time, but now Chuck Bronson has moved into a new level because what he did when he set up his bait car, he has now proven that cops are colluding against us. He put together, you know what, let me share his video. We're not going to be able to watch all of it. I'll kind of skim through some of it, but let me share his video because Chuck Bronson has now entered that level of now he's suing for $4.9 million, I think, that he's suing for. So this is right here. Get over here and subscribe to my buddy Chuck Bronson. He's got 133,000 subscribers. I've already liked this, obviously. So if you come over here, 500,000 views in 11 days because this video we're about to watch is fire. I'm talking fire. Yo, Chuck. Team DLZ coming through. Drop him a comment. Let him know. He's already got 10,000 comments on this video. But support this man. Subscribe to his channel if you're not subscribed. Let him know DLZ sent you. And let's get into a little bit of this video. This is crazy, y'all. Y'all have never seen...
What's up, everybody? Check this out. I just passed this cop named Salazar there. He's that back cop car. When I drove by, we looked at each other. And so he's seen me in this car. We're driving down the road and...
So
he comes up behind us. Me and this cop have a little history together. He's going to be pulling up next to us here in a minute and pass us on by, and he looks over at me again. And then,
you know, I'm going to pause this. We're going to come back. Let me drop Chuck's link for his video down here. But I'll just, I mean, I got to be just 100% honest. There it is, right there. There's the link for Chuck's video.
A couple hours later, we're driving down the road.
This is genius. What Chuck done here, if I'm being honest, this is freaking genius. Chuck Bronson, he rigged his whole car with cameras, got all the body cam footage, got all of the CAD calls, got everything, and got all the radio chatter. Check this out.
And watch over here to the right. We're getting right past Starbucks right here. There's some cops hiding over there in the dark. That's Salazar in the front. He already seen what I was driving. So he comes after us. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna make up some probable cause, some reasonable articulated suspicion? I don't know. What do you guys think? Here he comes. There's at least 2 or 3 cop cars in this pack. He's following us. He's following us. He's following us. When you're in this type of situation, you just, you know, and that once we realize, hey, you know, these cops pulled out right behind us. What the heck? You know, the key is you know, to not give them any reason to pull you over. So we, you know, basically lock it on cruise control. Here we're going to turn into this parking lot area and, you know, see if they follow us or what. And they're following. Here they come. That far cop crosses over the line.
I mean, look at them stalking him.
Usually intersections have a solid white line that you're not supposed to cross over.
I mean, look at them stalking him. It's crazy.
Are you stalking us or what?
Yes, they are stalking you. Yes.
I don't know. See how long these cops follow us for. They want something. They must think we're there's one of them. Let's see where that other one went.
So is it?
I think they want a piece of Chuck Bronson. If you see my other videos in the bait car, you know, what we do is we drive around, follow all laws, make sure to, you know, go out of our way not to commit any crimes and infractions, no ordinance violations. You know, we don't give them any reason at all. So there's one of them back there circling back to the left. He's going to be turning around and coming out here just shortly. And the other one's on down, about a block down at the next entrance, and he's pulling out. So right now they're both pulling out almost at the same time. There's one all the way down that just pulled out, and then, of course, this one right here. This is what cops do to people. There's another one there, too. So now we got 3 of them there. So now we got 3 cops following us. For I don't know why. We're not suspected of committing crimes. We're not being suspicious. We're not doing anything. We're in just a plain old, you know, average SUV. Nothing fancy. Nothing old and junky either. You know, which is typically primary targets. So we're cruising, we're cruising, we're cruising, we're cruising. Let's speed this up just for a minute. I'm going to fast forward this up real quick.
So when that cop is following you along like that,
there's at least 2 in it. You want to distract consensual here? Like, I'll be just south of it in case it leaves.
So now we got Salazar straight over in the parking lot. We got this Officer Surveys over here just going to the right. We're just like, if you're going to pull us over, come get us. You know, why are you following us like this? This is crazy.
because they're stalking you, bro. They want to intimidate you. They're actually
pulling right back out onto the roadway. They're just trying to avoid contact.
They're trying to avoid contact?
They're going to go north on Earl.
Why are the cops stalking
Actually,
them?
we were pulling over to see if you were interested in a consensual conversation or something, instead of just following us like weirdos. You know, and at this time, this cop knows it's me, and he's been trying for a long time to stop me from recording him, because I made many videos of him just mistreating people. It's ridiculous.
They're almost to Union. They're going to end up going west on Union, 417.
So this cop and one of his buddies, they he tries to get a restraining order against me to stop me from recording him, and they go to court and they lie under oath.
Left.
What's up, everybody? I'm being stalked and followed by Salazar. He's got a protection order against me, and he's been stalking me and following me, and he's doing it right now.
Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate it.
See him right behind.
So he goes to court, and him and this other cop, they go and they lie under oath, and they say that I was live streaming, driving around one day, and I was in a small town outside of Lafayette, Indiana, which is where this is, and I happened to go to Shannon Hoon's graveyard. He was with Blind Melon, a music group back in the day, and I was live and driving down this road, and I'm like, oh, Lafayette cop must live here or something, because there was a cop car parked out in front of this house.
Look how long the cops are following him around. They have nothing else to do.
But they went into court and said, "Oh, that I said this is where Salazar lives, and we ought to go do something or something." I don't know. I can't remember, but yeah, basically made up some crap to get a protection order. And normally you're required to have, 3 or more things to get a protection order, and they just got away with it. The judge was just as dirty as these cops. Here they are.
So now
are still following us.
See, now right there, I would confront them. I am a hardcore mofo. I would stop the car and literally get out and ask them what their problem was. Why are you following me? I would be much more aggressive. Chuck is a really nice person.
This is crazy. You guys ever see anything like this?
It happens every day to people in America every day. You allow just jackboot thug pigs to roll around the streets and just do whatever they want. They're stalking him. They know it's him. They even said, "Oh, they just pulled out." They're stalking these people.
Still following, still following, still following.
They're stalking.
Hang in there, people, because this is going to get really good.
It does.
Just the beginning.
Oh, it does.
It was important to show you guys how long these cops follow us.
So wrong what they're doing.
One of them's pulled up next to us right now and can see me. And he knows it's me. I think it was the service cop.
Dude, he would get a double bird.
Pulls up next. We look eye to eye. He knows it's me.
He would get
the car.
He would get the.
So these cops act like, in the police report they didn't know it was me and blah blah blah, like straight lying. And it's crazy, man. These departments will just cover up anything and everything. Still following, and of course we're not going to get.
So I want to answer that question right there, because a lot of people contact me and say, "What can you do about that if the cops are stalking you?" You document it. You get your camera out. You film it. You hear what Chuck is doing after the fact. You're narrating to the camera. I'm on Main and 4th Street. I'm taking a left. This cop is following me. I don't know why. You can't call cops on cops. It won't help you. If you're being stalked by the cops, like Woke Pete just asked, you document it with your camera. Everything that happens, you're talking out loud. You're saying, "I'm feeling it." You tell the camera how you're feeling, so that later when you show that camera, the footage to the jury and to the judge, they know what you were going through. Document it. I don't care if it's illegal to film while you're driving. Document what's happening to you. Don't let that pig have the only video footage of what did happen to you before you died.
Give them a reason to pull us over, no matter what. Doesn't matter how long it takes. We'll pull over and just stop and park and sit for 2 hours. There's another one off to the right waiting to join in the fun. I mean, this is, this is considered gang stalking at this point.
They have 4 cop cars stalking him.
Just want to keep updated with what we're doing. We're currently at 9th and Union southbound.
So
I would never tolerate this, Chuck. I would never. I mean, he put a bait car together because he knew they would stalk him. I'm so much more aggressive and hostile than this.
There, they just announced
Be coming your way. It's gonna be an older model, like early 90s, blue car,
this is a different call.
boxy style.
But what they were just talking about before that was right at this point, they've already called in for a canine unit to come join in from a different city because they didn't have one available. So from West Lafayette, the next town over, they're having a canine unit come to us to get involved in this, to run the dog on the car. And we haven't did anything. They don't even have a legal reason to pull us over, and they've already got a canine coming from a different city.
So why would they do that? How come you think they would? Why would they have a canine come in from a different city? So this is a very important teachable moment right here. In your trifold, there's the 2018 case of Rodriguez versus United States. The reason why these cops are trying to have the canine unit on the scene is because the 2018 case of Rodriguez versus United States, that means that these men knew that they were working outside of the color of law. They should lose their qualified immunity for what they're doing, and they should be prosecuted. They're having the canine cop meet them at the stop so that they don't have to extend the stop to call a canine dog in. It's going to take another 10 or 15 minutes for the canine dog to get there. So that means if they pulled over Chuck without the canine dog being there, they are not legally allowed, because of the 2018 case of Rodriguez versus United States, to extend the stop to call a drug dog in because they have a suspicion that we think maybe this guy's got drugs on him. They can't extend the stop. It's illegal. It's been decided by the Supreme Court. A broken clock is right twice a day. They got it right on this one. They shouldn't be able to search your car anyway, so they got it wrong to begin with in the 1925 case of Carroll versus United States, which is the reason why they can search your car without a warrant to begin with, or with a drug dog to begin with. Without Carroll, you don't have Terry. Without Terry, you don't have Florida versus Harris. So I just want you guys to understand, that means that these cops conspired together to go around the color of law, which should disqualify any sort of qualified immunity.
Still following. There goes Salazar off to the right. You'll see he's given our location each time we turn. But you'll see these cops will switch back and forth. I don't know if they think it somehow protects them, because they're all together. They're all doing this together, and it's obvious. You can watch it and hear it and listen to it all. But they switch up on who's behind us, to help prevent them from, getting like stalking charges or, that kind of thing.
So they can detain you for what is reasonable. So the reasonableness standard of the Fourth Amendment.
Behind us, still at this point. These cops.
That's what the length of detainment means. How long they can detain you is based on a reasonableness standard. Reasonableness. So that's how they can detain you. What's reasonable?
They're going to be pulling us over here just shortly on this street that we're on right now. But we're gonna drive around for a minute and come back and hit this street again, and that's when they pull us over, right here at that exact location.
They're bringing
we're using turn signals. We're stopping. We're in Indiana.
So go west on Main.
In Indiana, at this time, you were required to use your turn signal 200 feet before you turn or change lanes. After this stop and one of my other stops, they've changed the statute.
Once WL gets near downtown, just have them let us know, and we'll try to get a stop then.
They said once the K9 is near downtown, because that's where I'm at right now, that they'll try to get a stop then.
Once the once the canine is near downtown, and again, this is on your trifold, the 2018 case of Rodriguez versus United States, they're making sure the drug dog is there so that they don't have to call a drug dog in, because they cannot extend a stop, because that's unreasonable based on their own personal hunch or suspicion. That's what I'm talking about. You have to have the literature in front of you. Now, they're going around the law. They're conspiring to break the law. The cops are. The prosecutor should prosecute these men.
What do you mean you're going to try to get a stop? You've been trying to get a stop this whole time, but we're not giving you any legal reason to pull us over. Isn't that crazy? This is what they do to everybody. I mean, it's ridiculous. This is why you got to record. You got to have cameras.
We're heading west towards downtown, passing 9.
Absolutely crazy, people. Stick with me. I promise it's going to get better.
You already have PC for when we need to make it. $6784. It's going to be a bad stop. We stopped him yesterday. Did you return for RO?
Is it?
Yeah, it was going to be the Ashley guy that you guys stopped at Meyer. Southbound towards HQ.
So another group of cops are following another car, and then You just heard him say this is going to be a bad stop. It's the same car we just pulled over last night out by Meyer.
They're stalking him. They're literally stalking this man and his companion.
HQ parking lot.
Yeah, he just said, I'm turning into the HQ parking lot. So I'm in the police. That's the police department right there.
Circle's about to go back out on the Columbia.
They even pull into their parking lot. It's like, come on, if you're going to pull us over already.
No, Chuck.
We pull into the PD.
Chuck, my brother, they're not pulling you over because they're coordinating the drug dog so they don't have to extend the stop.
And they still just wouldn't do anything. It's like, what are you doing? You guys are lunatics.
It's going back northbound on 6th. Check. Continuing westbound on Columbia. Doing circles around the area now.
1284, we're set back up.
417, 421. What are we doing with this car?
We're planning to get a stop. They keep pulling off though, and then we have to keep repositioning.
Copy. We'll pull it over into a parking spot in front of the courthouse on Columbia.
Do they signal?
The coordinated stalking.
I don't know if 457 had any traffic violations all the way to here.
They said no traffic violations. So they pulled over, so then the cops...
Negative, they're driving like angels.
What? Did you hear that?
You heard it there first. We're driving like angels. That's what the cop just said.
Wow.
Driver popped the door open and closed it.
Well, here, you just can't want to wait. I'm coming across the Harrison Bridge, 6 News now.
It's signaling as if it's about to go back out on the Columbia.
That was the West Lafayette Canine cop saying, I'm basically almost there. I'm going across the Harrison Bridge.
So they're coordinating to break the law and violate his constitutional rights. These cops should be fired and brought up on charges.
These cops are crazy.
He pulled over and stopped, and now, no way. They almost hit that car.
If you,
Watch.
It's back out on Columbia.
Holy shit. That car.
let me know if you ever seen anything like this before. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think, too. It's crazy. We're going to turn right here, and then look on the right, since we're out the rear camera. You'll see, I think it's Salazar sitting there waiting. Right there. No headlights, no nothing. Just makes a U-turn across double yellow lines. Cut that car coming up, had to hit their brakes. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm not even analyzing all the, rules and infractions they're committing.
Get behind me and I'll peel off so someone else can try to follow for a minute.
See, this, he's even talking about switching up. So I'm not just the one following him the whole time. Like that makes a difference.
Vary from second.
They're stalking him.
Unit behind me that can swap me spots.
Yeah.
Swap me
I'm
spots.
going to make a right turn here if you want to keep on.
I'm going to pull off here. You stay following him.
See? I mean, just open about it. So what's the point in switching up? You're all doing it together. The other 2 or 3 are just a block away at this point. This is crazy, man.
Unbelievable.
It's like, I don't know how these cops think they can get away with it. I mean, I guess they do every day. They get away with this because people don't record. They don't get the body cams and dash cams. They just let them do it. Then they end up getting charges and then take a plea agreement. This has got to stop, people. You got to stand up for yourself. You cannot let cops go around just doing this to people. We have done nothing. We're not suspected of any crimes. Not even suspected of an infraction. But yeah, these cops will be pulling us over here shortly. Stay tuned, people. This is real live gang stalking.
Yeah.
So this is a service cop. You know, it's the same cops from the beginning, and then more have been jumping on. So right now there is at least 3 or 4 involved. And they're just like the next street over to the left, next street over to the right.
Where are you guys at now?
Next day.
That's the canine cop from West Lafayette saying, where are you guys at now? And he just said 9th and Ferry.
So this is a video that he got all the body cams. He got all the dash cams. He got Brendan. He got all of the chatter with the cops. He got all the CAD calls or the radio calls. I'm not sure exactly what they're called. He went. This took a long time.
Next Ferry now.
I mean, look at that. Just there.
Like he's,
like, come on.
He just slowly drive.
We're just like, oh my gosh, you know, this is complete retaliation. And then, of course, like I said, they're going to act like in the end to their supervisors, like, we didn't know that was Chuck Bronson. We didn't know that was him. Yeah, right. Get real.
Are they still there? There's a car creeping in the alley behind the search center and driving extremely slow.
We thought maybe if we stopped for a minute, you know, they would just give up.
That would be them. They took the alley.
I think we even might have killed the lights too for a second until they get back behind us. Here he comes. 2 of them, those 2 cops.
417 north, pushed down in the alley north of Ferry.
Yeah, let me know if 4.4 million is enough after you watch the entire video.
$4.4 million lawsuit.
I think this cop here pretty much uses his turn signal majority of the times. He runs stop signs and stoplights and does some other stuff, but from the majority of it that I've noticed, he has used his turn signal, which per their policy they're required to. People like to think cops are allowed to be above the law and they don't have to follow the law, but read their policies. Read the oath that they take when they're hired on. It's not the case. La 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 la.
We're a Deary and Union.
They're gonna pull him over. And here and let me
speed this up real quick for a minute.
He's gonna speed it up to where they stop him. But before they stop him, I wanna point something out that you're gonna see them.
So at this point, I believe
they're about to pull him over.
That makes the traffic stop.
But what the point of them pulling him over though, listen to how they talk to him. They talk to you the same way they talk to everybody. Put your feet together for me. Put your hands behind your back for me, please. Do this, right? They walk him through this process as though they don't know their entire goal is to hem him up and put him in torture cuffs. That's their whole goal. To hem him up and put him in torture cuffs. That's their goal.
I think he continues to follow us the rest of the time. I don't remember if they switch up again or not.
Where you guys still? East on Union?
It's the West Side Canine Cop.
No, it's pulling into Von Tobel's right now.
That's Salazar that just pulled in the gas station over there. He's the one that just said we're pulling into Von Tobel's too.
Okay, did you patch WL through, or are we on 15?
And I think that's why he kind of stays back, just because of the protection order. But he's still involved in this 100%. I mean, he's totally violating it.
They're on channel 4 with us.
108, 457. We're behind 4 guns right now. About to go west on south again.
They're going to pretend as though he's an actual felony stop, that he's a felony stop. That's what I wasn't saying properly.
Yeah, I'm at Earl Union.
Canine cop. He's a couple lights back.
So now they can stop him.
Up.
Now they can stop him, so they don't have to extend the stop.
Until that plate had a placard, like it was obscuring the expiration date or anything.
There, he was asking if the plate had a placard obscuring the expiration date, just looking for any reason, even the dumbest reasons. It's crazy, man.
108, 457. We're still westbound on Columbia. I'll head back to your side of the river.
I mean, it's complete conspiracy.
Yeah.
And they're conspiring against us.
And they're going to pull their gun
planning and plotting.
And they're going to pull their guns at them and put them at their head and put them in torture cuffs and lock them in a car.
With zero probable cause. With zero, reasonable, articulable suspicion. It's just ridiculous. We're getting close, people. But, yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous how long this has been already. Absolutely crazy. So I think the K9 cop he's catching up, so he's not too far behind now. And then, once the K9 cop shows up, they just, you'll see. Watch him.
Copy. I'm red lighter 18th and south.
Such a scam.
So now this is obviously the cops' dash cam. They're getting ready to pull us over here around the next turn or so. So right here, pay close attention. As soon as this cop comes around the corner, focus and pay attention to where we turn on our turn signal. Because this cop's going to say we didn't use our turn signal 200 feet before we turned. And so just pay attention. Right when you see that turn signal, boom, you can see where we're at. We're at the opening of these businesses.
That turn 200 feet. All right, I'll be behind you if you make this stop. Lafayette, Nichols 27, Main and Barron.
Look how they pretend like it's something serious. Like they got a criminal here.
421, 457, Main and Barron with 417 one way.
It doesn't look like anybody's in a hurry to jump out.
Hey, there's some box up there that he's putting his hands in.
He's what?
There's some box he's putting his hands in. It looks like a music box, but
Passenger's reaching for something. Same way.
hey, show us your hands. Show us your hands right now, passenger. Show me your hands. Hands. Show me your hands. Show me your fucking hands right now.
Hey, somebody get up here. He's not going to snap, man.
The whole time they know what they're doing. They're just acting like bullies.
Show us your hands. Is there anybody in the back seat? I don't see anyone. Yeah, he's reaching.
There's a
Show me your
box down
fucking
there.
hands. Passenger, show me your hands.
He's reaching. They know who he is. They are just harassing him. They're saying he's reaching. We hear it all the time, and they kill people. All that cop has to say is he's reaching, and if we didn't have the transparency levels we have, and these filthy pigs didn't know it, they would set up guys and murder them left and right just by saying he's reaching.
Getting over. Unlock the car for me, Jones. It's unlocked. I'm gonna get K9 to get you. All right. Yep, we're good. Jones, unlock the car for me. Got it. Intercom. Driver, turn off the car. Say you're on the wrong radio. Shut off the car now! Driver, turn off the car now. Next to you to come to the middle.
I mean, look at how they're treating him. Running red, emergency lights. They're pulling their guns out. They're screaming at the top of their lungs in a neighborhood of people. He's reaching. He's reaching. Are they setting him up to murder him?
Hey, we might need the other end blocked off as well.
They might.
Lafayette 4602 with their final stop.
Now they're using the rule of law to block off the city streets when they know the whole thing is a rouse. Listen to them rushing there. That's other cops' body cameras and dash cams that Chuck already got.
Driver, roll down your window and put both hands outside the car now.
This guy's driving around like G.I. Joe loser. He doesn't need to be rushing anywhere. Nobody needs him. He's not needed at all. He doesn't need to go at all. They know it's a journalist with a camera.
Both hands outside the car.
They got their guns trained on him.
Just to put down your phone, keep both hands out, both visible.
I got to be honest right here, y'all. I would never comply. I would not comply. I would come out double birds. I would not comply. They know who I am. They're doing this because of who I am. I would never comply. You want to murder me in the street? Do it. Do it. You make my movement go faster. I may be dead, but you know what? You murdered me on camera.
Now roll down your window and do the same. Both hands out of the car.
Would never go through this. Would never.
Passenger, both hands out the window now. Hey, keep your hands out the window.
Listen to the dog barking.
Is passenger out the window? No. Passenger's not complying.
He's not complying.
Passenger, both hands. You guys, we got complied. We'll send the K9. All right, he's got hands out. All right, order the driver out, Joe. Driver, now with both hands outside the car. Passenger, driver's listening, passenger not. Open the door from the outside of the car. Passenger, do not move. Open the door from outside the car. Outside of the car. There you go. Step out and raise both hands up over your head.
I would not.
Take it off with your left hand. Keeping both hands up, exit the vehicle facing away from us.
I would not do any of these things.
Hands over your head. He's got something on his right. Face away from us. Passenger, hands out the window. Hey, face away from us now.
I mean, they're just being bullies. They already knew who these guys were.
Driver, turn your left. Driver, turn your left now.
Sir, if you guys don't comply, we'll send the K9. We don't want to have to do that.
Yes, they do want to send the K9. That's the reason why they waited so long. They planned the pullover to be right there so that the K9 cop could be there. So they do want to release the K9. That's why they have the dog there. They set up so the dog would be there. What do you mean you don't want to release the dog? Then why bring it? That was the whole point, wasn't it? Isn't that why we waited this long? We saw the cat and mouse game for 20 minutes. Isn't that why you violated his rights? You could send the dog in to really leave a mark on the man somewhere? Isn't that why you did it?
Passenger, keep your hands out the window. You guys want to do it at this point? At this point, keep getting commands. I'm just stopping him. Huh?
Driver, turn to your left. Face away from us. Thank
He
you.
had his hands down in front of him. I
Now
couldn't
take
see
a
him.
couple steps backwards. Keep your hands above your head.
In the case.
Grab the back of your sweatshirt. Pull it up so we can see your waistband. There you go. No.
Don't.
Show us your entire waistband. Spin in a circle.
Don't reach too fast.
Keep spinning. Keep spinning.
We're
Stop.
scared. We're scared.
Keep hands over your head. Over your head. Hands over your head.
Left foot.
There you go.
Put your
Now walk backwards. Back.
Never.
Back. Stop.
Coming over.
Jones, I'll
Never.
take it.
Never.
Go ahead.
Driver, step back.
No.
Back.
Hands over your head.
No.
Back. Stop. Get underneath.
Get on your
Underneath with
knees.
your hands up.
Vehicle overhead. You
Stop.
This is where the pig was wanting to be the whole time. You ready? Listen up. Here was his whole goal of this entire stop. This moment right here.
Get underneath.
There it was.
hands over your head.
Back. Stop. Get underneath.
Get on your knees.
Underneath with your hands up.
On your
Vehicle
knees.
overhead. You guys need to get out of the way.
Cross your ankles.
Cross your ankles. Do seal tricks. He said he has bad knees. He's doing it. There's no way. No way. Put a 1 in the chat if you do not do seal tricks. Put a 1 in the chat if you do not do stupid human tricks. I do not do stupid human tricks. This is not Simon Says. I will not be doing what you tell me. You want to get me? Come and get me. Here you go. There you go, cops. Take my wrists. There you go. I've evolved. F you and F your policies. F your procedures and F your officer safety. F you and your whole despicable Death Star crap organization. Screw all of you.
All right. Don't move.
We're good up here, fellas. Look for a cross street up ahead. Go around.
Because it has to, you just relax.
Block off or something, but we're good right
Stay
here.
calm. Explain everything
just
done here.
I'm going to move over to the other side.
Look at this bullying. They already knew what they were doing.
Good. Let me know if you need to make more commands. To the other side. You're good. Let me know if you need to make more commands.
Let me know if you need to make more commands.
Yes, you can. Uncross, stand up. All easy. Are you good? Yeah. We'll get you back with me. Your phone's right there. We'll get it to you. Okay, just come back. Keep on. We're going.
Passenger with the free hand, open the car door from the outside.
But I need my phone to call them.
If you did something stupid, property, you just dip right.
Open the car door from the
Open the
outside.
door, keep your hands out.
We're scared. We're scared.
You don't have anything on you, do you?
Open the door, open it more.
Weapons, anything?
Out
What's
slowly.
this on your hip right here?
Step out of the vehicle, face away
Step
from
out,
us.
right.
We're afraid.
The flashlight?
Yes.
Wallet. What's this in your
Face
pocket?
away. Step backwards.
Above your head.
Step back, step back.
Okay, yes or no?
Stop. With your left hand, pull your shirt up and spin around so we can see your waistband.
We'll get C4 right now.
Oh my God. I could not. I will not. I'm not. No.
Walk backwards. Keep walking. Keep walking.
No.
Keep walking. Stop. Walk left.
Lean in there,
Left.
You don't have to
Left.
right.
Left. Keep walking left.
Yep.
Stop.
Okay. Now walk back. Sorry.
Walk backwards. Back.
Listen. Let me tell you something, okay? I'm putting my hands on top of my head and I'm walking in here. Not playing your freaking stupid human games. You're not Simon Says. You're not God. You're not the boss of me. My hands are on top of my head, bro. I'm going to walk in here. You can do whatever you think you need to do to me. I'm not playing your games. I'm sitting here watching this. I'm thinking to myself, in that situation, what exactly would I do? They got their guns on me. They're acting like a bunch of animals. Show me your hands. Reach your hand on the out. Open it with the outside. Use your hand on the outside of the car. Don't reach in the car and open the car door. We're scared. We're scared, Chille. Don't open the car door from the inside. Walk backwards. Walk backwards. Get on your knees. Cross your feet. No. No. No, I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't. Yo, Chuck Bronson. Okay, Chuck, I got you. Let's watch a little bit more of this. Stay tuned. I'm going to bring Chuck Bronson onto the live stream.
Walk backwards. Keep your hands above your head. Back. Stop.
Bring them all the way back. Keep stepping back.
Keep going back. All right. Keep walking backwards.
Keep walking backwards.
Back.
Keep walking backwards.
For sure.
Walking backwards.
Still harassing me.
You want to send him through the car first and we'll go, or do you want me to go?
After the crime is just going, I'm not going to.
Okay, for sure.
Ever.
Passenger, stick your hands out the window. Passenger, we see you. Stick your hands out the window right now.
What did I do?
I have no idea, man. Just hang out for me. We'll get it figured out.
Can you get 12 here?
We're gonna. There's already a supervisor here. You can talk to him here in a little bit. We'll go past the side.
I'll be with you shortly.
Do you have anything on you, sir? Any weapons, anything like that? Anything you know about physical inspection?
Listen to how they're talking to these guys. Like they're bullying them. They know he knows he's a journalist.
Good. Yep. You're not strapped or anything, are you? Just go and just relax for me, okay? I don't know what's going on as much as you do, so we'll figure it out here. Okay. What's in your pocket right here is a lighter and stuff. Do you mind if I go in there? Okay.
Anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Being detained.
Okay. All right. You want to have a seat for me real quick?
Hey, Prosper.
Doesn't matter how you get in there. As long as you're in there. Lay back, whatever. Okay, hang out for me.
You're after. Yeah.
Now listen to these cops talk. This is some of the most disgusting stuff you're going to hear. These cops are pigs. This has got to stop, and it will stop over time.
So he was reaching into the case in front of his feet. There's a case that's a black box. It's about the size of a gun case. He has a stupid giant flashlight in it. But
he has a stupid giant flashlight in it. And then they turn off their audio so we don't get to hear them conspiring.
So at this point, they all.
I mean, look at this guy dressed up like G.I. Joe loser. This guy literally doesn't do a damn thing, sits around all day, every day, gets up, puts on his shoes, puts on his pants, his belt, doesn't have any self-discipline at all, puts on all of his G.I. Joe loser gear, puts on his mask, and then walks around all day, is a tyrant all day, collects money, says serves his country, says he's in service, he's a first responder. Then he goes home to his family, doesn't do a damn thing, sits around, drinks beer, watches TV, wakes up the next morning, puts on his tyrant suit, and repeat. They turn off their.
So at this point, they all mute their body cams and they start conspiring. And when we got pulled over, I got this big 100,000 lumen flashlight in the car, and I was trying to pull it out. And yeah.
Look at the cops. Look how they're all dressed up. Look how they're dressed. I mean, for the love of God, look how they're dressed.
That's Salazar on the right with the face mask. West Side Canine cop.
Look at how that cop, like this cop, this great big fat cop, he just reminds me of this dude who always wanted to be a soldier. He always wanted to play dress up. He always wanted to be military Bob. Look at him. What a moron. None of that equipment is needed. None of it. Not any of it is needed. Nothing.
They're reeling up it.
Look at this guy.
This thing. I mean, this whole thing is, they planned this out.
Hey man, I'm Officer Service Lafayette Police. So the reason we did the high risk stop is because we went up there.
The reason they did the high risk stop is because they're bullies and they wanted to bully you.
When you guys weren't rolling down the windows or anything, I saw your passenger there reaching down. And
You're reaching. So that gives us a reason we can kill you.
Couldn't see his hands. So anyway, that's why we did that.
Anyway, that's why we did that. No, you did that so you guys could dress up like G.I. Joe loser and act like you're doing some military operations on people who are driving through town. They're driving through town.
What's your name, man?
Can I get my lawyer on the phone?
I just need your name.
I just want to get my lawyer on.
Okay, well, you have to ID in Indiana for a traffic infraction, okay? So,
What's your name?
You didn't signal within 200 feet.
That's a line of crap.
Like I said, we made sure. So look right here, it'd be the left. Boom, right there, starts flashing. We're
now
right
watch
in front of
this
that opening. We have GPS coordinates. I went back and measured. Video recorded that. Of course, the
No, they didn't signal that turn 200 feet. Alright, I'll be behind you if you make this stop.
They
Lafayette, Nichols 27, Main and Barron.
This dash cam has actual coordinates on it too, if you pay attention to it.
Now look at the level.
Here it's showing, 200 feet.
Look
from the entrance.
He measures it.
Entrance.
GPS is it.
That parking lot. And if you watch in the video, it's very comparable, and where it actually went on, where we actually used the turn signals 230 feet. And that's being kind. It was probably more like 250. But like I said previously, the law at the time was you have to use your turn signal 200 feet before you.
You can even hear it.
That's us. Over. Before you, turn or change lanes. And after this, they took that away, and there is no distance now. So after this, I'm
dying to bring on Chuck. Let me bring on Chuck Brunson. Chuck, are you there? Let me unmute your mic here. Can I hear you? Unmute your mic, Chuck.
What's up?
What's up, Playboy? Man, thanks for taking the StreamYard and jumping on with us for a while. There's hundreds of people are listening and want to know, like, dude. So, if you want to see the rest of the video, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. You guys go to his channel and watch it. That helps him anyway, gets more views on his channel. But so what happened, Chuck, after that?
After that, they basically let us out of the car, don't give us no tickets, and say, see you later. They hand us our phones back that they stopped the recording on, both of them. And,
they turned off the recordings. How are the torture cuffs? How are the torture cuffs?
Always wonderful, of course.
Were they on super tight or extra tight? Were they on massive?
Oh, yeah. How tight were they? As tight as they could get them.
Right. Right. And that was the whole point. From my perspective, Chuck, the whole point of pulling you over was to point their guns at you and then put you in the torture cuffs. And, what's the name of the county that's in?
That's Tippecanoe County. The department is Lafayette Police Department. It's in Lafayette, Indiana.
It's in Lafayette, Indiana. Who's the
765-807-1200. It is your right to redress your grievances. Feel free. I got that shit memorized.
Someone will put the number in the chat. So, just so you know, Chuck, I'm a constitutional law scholar, and what they did right there is an absolute constitutional rights violation. They even went outside their qualified immunity to conspire together, which is literally section 241 and 242 of U.S. Code 18. It's a criminal act, what they did. And so what I wonder is, who is the district attorney of Lafayette, Indiana, and has the district attorney been approached about charging these cops with criminal charges?
I doubt it. We tried to file complaints and they never respond. They just take it and toss it in the trash. They always cover up everything. I've exposed this department for a lot, and every complaint that's ever been filed just goes straight to the trash can.
Well, but the thing is this is on camera, them conspiring against you. At Tippecanoe County prosecutor, I got their phone number.
But they covered the whole thing up in the police report that they wrote, and act like, oh, this whole thing had to have been planned. He had to know where we were at. They planned this whole thing and set us up.
I'm not sure what that means exactly. They planned.
No, they what they do is how they respond to, when they screw up. They try to put it. That's the prosecutor right there. He's the head prosecutor.
This guy is, because, we have a right to redress our government. So I'm going to put that in the chat there. People have every right to ask this prosecutor. You can tell them you saw a channel where there's a guy who all he does is study constitutional law.
He already knows. He knows exactly who I am.
This is a violation of our rights, of all of our rights. What they conspired together. This is exactly why U.S. Code 18, Section 241, 242 was created.
After this stop, they issued a warrant for me. It's coming in the next video.
They issued a warrant for your arrest?
Yeah, because of this.
Because of what?
Because of what you just watched. You have to wait and see. I can't say anymore. Sorry.
Is there still a warrant for your arrest in Indiana?
No. I mean, there might be, but not from this as far as I know.
Oh, I have a warrant still in Ohio for peacefully protesting and the multi-judge trying to.
I didn't know where this warrant came from. I didn't even know anything about it. So when it happened, Have you talked to Patrick Harrington? I don't talk to them people.
I mean, isn't Patrick Harrington elected?
Yes.
Tippecanoe, Indiana. Where do you? That's interesting.
Lafayette, Indiana.
Is that the airport there?
No.
What's the airport there?
There is not one.
How do you get to Tippecanoe?
You drive.
No, how do you fly in? I'm
drive or boat. You don't. Indianapolis, Indiana.
You fly into Indianapolis?
Yeah. Or you can fly into Purdue University Airport, but typically no. Or you'll fly into Chicago O'Hare or Chicago Midway.
Tippecanoe, Indiana. Because, a lot of these places, Chuck, I guess it's Lafayette, right?
Correct. Is the city.
It's Lafayette, Indiana.
And Lafayette Police Department.
And that's the police department that harassed you?
Yep.
I'm just seeing how, because, I like to drive. So
I have thousands of videos of them doing the same thing to other people. We already have video set aside, to give to their side as the discovery, just to show a pattern of practices.
Yeah. Wow.
All of it. I mean, every step, every right violation they made, we can show a pattern of practices. We can also show each item is against their policy.
I would encourage everybody to reach out to Patrick Harrington and ask him why criminal charges aren't brought up when we can see a conspiracy happening to you. It's a literal conspiracy. This is, and just so you guys know, this is going to stem. What I'm talking about here is specific when I go back into the legal history of understanding what a U.S. Code 18 Section 241, 242 is. Where does this come from? This is all going to come from the 1866 Civil Rights Act after the 13th Amendment was passed, which abolished slavery. So we had a big Ku Klux Klan problem in the United States of America, obviously, the year 1865 and 1866 that slavery was abolished. So at that time, the Justice Department was established. The Justice Department that you hear about now is ran under the executive branch, which is the president's. So the presidency runs the Justice Department, and they created specifically deprivation of rights U.S. codes within that, because they knew that if they didn't create specific codes that would address deprivation of rights under the color of law or conspiracy of law to deprive you of your constitutional rights. That's what I'm talking about when I say U.S. Code 18, Section 241 and 242. These are criminal codes. When I sue cops, like Chuck Bronson is suing these cops, he's suing them under U.S. Code 42, which is a civil code. However, Stephen Harrington over there in Lafayette District Attorney's Office in Indiana, he would be prosecuting them under U.S. Code 18. Because they are depriving him of rights. They wrongfully detained him. They wrongfully seized him. They violated his First Amendment right to press, tried to chill his press. They violated his Fourth Amendment right to illegal searches and seizures. They violated his 14th Amendment right to equal protection under the law. So, Chuck Bronson has a real constitutional rights lawsuit that he's filed against these nasty pigs. And Stephen Harrington should be filing charges. Patrick Harrington.
Yep. Unfortunately, most state prosecutors are not going to, go after anybody for a federal crime. Not going to happen.
So now, where are you at? What happened? So you didn't get arrested that night. They just cuffed you up, put the guns to your head, treated you like you were an absolute.
Within a week, I had a warrant for my arrest.
Wow. Wow. And how'd you know you had a warrant for your arrest?
You have to stay tuned. I got pulled over.
You got pulled over.
Yep. Got pulled over again.
And then did you get put in torture cuffs again?
You're gonna have to wait and see.
All right. So then, everybody, that will be Chuck Bronson's channel. Let me drop the link down in the chat again. I put it in there. DLZ Clips, put it in there again. Chuck, anything else you want to add? Do you have a GoFundMe or anything like that you started for your legal costs?
No, just nothing.
Well, if you put together a GoFundMe and send me the link, I'll do a fundraiser for you one day.
Okay, sounds good.
Try to help any way that I possibly can. Okay, I'll let you go, buddy. Thanks for your time.
Yep, later,
Chuck. All right, so we're going to let him go.